prudently examine, truthfully acknowledge, and perfectly accomplish what is pleasing to thee, for the praise and the glory of your name. Amen. Please remain standing for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we will now proceed with roll call. Senator Garcia, Senator Gary, Senator Kimpwema, Senator Liu, Senator Mariscal, Senator Nguyen, Senator Ojal, Senator Ortiz, Senator Powers, Senator Raper, Senator Toe, Senator Velteen, and Senator Wallace. Alrighty, we'll now have the financial report presented by Treasurer Pham.
So for the financial report, 5 things were added to the primary financial report. For Jet Friday, out of the 200 we allocated, only 156 was spent. We also gave the 200 for the new disc golf club. We're working on security cameras now. That should be processing soon, as well as the orientation t-shirts and the student life graduate assistant positions. Then next slide, for the pending transaction report. The only thing that was added was just the fall elections for Jet Friday. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Treasurer Pham. We will now move on to the approval of the minutes. Are there any points of discussion or concerns at this time? Do I see a motion at this time for the minutes? I have a motion to approve the minutes by Senator Ojal and a second by Senator Nguyen. We will now move to a vote by roll call. Senator Garcia, Senator Gary, Senator Kimpwema, Senator Liu, Senator Mariscal, Senator Nguyen, Senator Ojal, Senator Ortiz, Senator Powers, Senator Raper, Senator Toe, and Senator Velteen, Wallace, and Liu have voted for. The minutes are approved. Alrighty, we will now have on to business, resolution 2100 for the jet refuel station. So, resolution reads, whereas the Newman Grind has shut down its operations for the 2020-2021 school year, whereas Newman University is known as a commuter school and therefore has many commuter students, whereas commuter students of Newman University do not have an officially designated spot on campus in the same way that students who are residents of the dorms do. The dorms can serve as a place to rest and relax for residents between classes, and commuter students should have an equivalent to do the same. Whereas the Student Government Association of Newman University would like to repurpose the space of the Newman Grind as a commuter student lounge so that commuters may rest, relax, and recharge in between classes. The SGA and Student Affairs would work to provide amenities for the space over time. Whereas all Newman students would be welcome to the lounge, even though it would officially be designated as the Commuter Student Lounge. And the Senate action, be it resolved, the Student Government Association of Newman University formally and respectfully requests that the Newman Grind be repurposed and renamed the Jet Refuel Station to be used as the Commuter Student Lounge. Are there any questions at this time? Yes, Senator Ortiz.
Since the bookstore is closed, how will we get back there? Will we have to use the side door, or will that be open to go through?
We're hoping that Larry will allow us to go through when we repurpose this, hopefully get the approval. Otherwise, we would hope to have that door opened. Christine, did you have something on that? Okay. Senator Ojal?
Does this mean we'll have access to the snacks and food also within there?
This is just basically asking if we can use the space. We will get into the kinks and the works out of that later, but what we were envisioning just as an executive board was hopefully making it kind of like a vending machine heaven, in a sense. They have the options of buying and purchasing certain snacks, drinks, maybe having a Keurig there, just kind of like the lounge that is available in Bishop Gerber on the second floor, something like that. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, we are now moving to discussion on resolution 2100. Do I see any points of discussion or motions at this time? I have a motion to approve by Senator Ojal and a second by Senator Ortiz. We will now move to a vote by roll call. Senator Garcia, Senator Gary, Senator Kimpwema, Senator Liu has voted against. Senator Mariscal, Senator Nguyen, Senator Ojal,
Four.
Senator Ortiz, Senator Powers, Senator Raper, Senator Toe, Senator Velteen has voted for, and Senator Wallace has also voted for. Resolution 2100 is approved. Alrighty, we will now move on to Bill 2108, presented by Vice President Foley on the Senate name tags.
So this bill is to provide us all with name tags, those of us that don't have them or have a title change on them. So essentially, we'll have 7 new members of our Senate that'll be elected. And there's 5 of you that need new name tags now. And then the executive members all will have name tags that either need to be changed. Also, one thing is that President Larkin from the 2019 to 2020 administration has requested a replacement name tag. And so basically we'll order that and then we'll be reimbursed for that, and that'll be shown in our report as well. So essentially, to account for President Larkin's name tag, that'll be a total of 17 name tags at $6.50 per tag, totaling $110.50. And I provided a little bit extra, about $4.50 extra to allot for that.
Any questions for Vice President Foley? All right, we are now in discussion on Bill 2108. Do I see any motions or points of discussion at this time? All senators can move to approve. I have a motion by Senator Ojal to approve and a second by Senator Geary, correct? All right, we will now move to a vote by roll call. Senator Garcia, Senator Geary, Senator Quinquema, Senator Liu has voted for, Senator Mariscal, Senator Nguyen, Senator Ojal, Senator Ortiz, Senator Powers, Senator Raper, Senator Toe, and Senator Velteen and Wallace have both voted for, so Bill 2108 has been approved. Alrighty, on to the next points of the agenda. We have committee updates. Do you want to speak on Student Insurance Committee first?
Okay, we met last Thursday and we kind of got the ball rolling. We talked about different health insurance options, including direct primary care and all that kind of stuff. We'll be meeting again, and I do have some senators who do have some updates for things that we delegated. And then don't forget to please answer the Google form so that we can schedule our next meeting.
Thank you, Secretary Katungo. I know Security and Grounds hasn't met yet, so I'll have an update from, oh, yes, from Senator Ojal.
Like Secretary Katungo said, we met this last Thursday to discuss insurance options and healthcare options on campus. Specifically, Senator Liu and I are in charge of reaching out to campuses across Kansas to find out what options they offer. This last week, I reached out to Prairie View, which is an institution in Wichita and the surrounding areas. I believe they serve in Marion and Hardy County and parts of Sedgwick. They offer mental health services, and they operate on some college campuses. So I reached out to them and got the ball rolling with that. And he contacted me back this morning, and he wanted to connect it with the counseling services here at Newman to canvass them and find out what sort of services Newman students want, how many students use the counseling services, what specifically Prairie View would be used for. And I have a meeting with Melody Head on this Thursday afternoon to discuss with her coordination and basically being a liaison between them and Prairie View. So ball's rolling really quickly on this, and hopefully we'll have more updates in regards to mental health access on campus for students.
Thank you so much, Senator Ojal. All right, we will now have a committee update from Treasurer Pham on PR committee.
So the PR committee met last Thursday morning, and it went really well. We talked about what we were going to be focusing on, and each member is creating a poster on past, present, or a future initiative that will be due by the end of next weekend, and we'll have that in, and then we'll post it around the campus. And our next meeting will be next week on Wednesday at 8 a.m., and everyone is invited to attend. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Treasurer Graham. And now an update from Senator Gary on the Public Relations Committee.
So the Club Relations Committee met last week and we went over the basics of the club handbook as well as the club checklist and all of those things that we need to do to get the ball rolling to kind of update that stuff because it is out of date. So our next meeting will be diving deeper into that and making sure that we are updating all of that information. We did have a new club that you guys approved last week. So we should have a couple clubs, trying to get approved here soon. So just stay tuned for that.
Thank you so much, Senator Gary. And now, right before advisor updates, I'm going to have a Senate leader clarification that we noticed in both the form and on past office duties. I copy and pasted, don't ever copy and paste without looking and seeing. But just to clarify that the role of the Senate leader is to be the liaison between the Senate members to the executive committee. The president is the person that is the liaison between the students and the SBA and administration. Christine, did you have something to say on that before? Okay, so for number 5 is really where the majority of the changes were. It's the role of the Senate leader is to convene regular biweekly Senate leader meetings in which the Senate leader shall be open to the Senate in order to allow constructive feedback regarding impending legislation. Originally, it had said it was open to the student body and that it would allow the Senate leader to get constructive feedback, but it's really the Senate leader being open to the Senate for help on drafting and working on legislation. So that's all I have on that. Now on to advisor updates from Dean Schneider.
Thank you, Madam President. So I handed around to all of you the assessment tool. For those of you who are return senators, you know we did this last year. The point of this tool is to assess kind of where you are right now. Then we will do one in December or January that will be the midpoint. And then we will do it again at the end of the year to just kind of track and assess your progress as a leader. So I'm asking, please, that before you leave today, you complete this document. Last year we had some people, 2 in particular, who did not turn in their beginning tool until we were collecting the mid, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So I would like to ask you if you indulge me today, stay a few extra minutes, and just take the time to complete this document, make sure your name is on it, and just turn it into me when you're done. I'd really appreciate it. Second, I know that there's been discussion about the mental health needs on campus, and I applaud the Senate for looking into this. This has long been a discussion within SGA, and last year when the decision was made, after a lot of research and a lot of discussion, to remove the funding for SASE in an effort to potentially repurpose that money for mental health initiatives, which I also supported and was grateful that the Senate came to that conclusion. I do want to remind everyone, though, that we are in a fact-finding mission. We are not in a deal-making mission. So I want to make sure that I wasn't just directed at you, Jordan. I want everyone to understand that anytime you're doing research and gathering information, I want to caution you to be very careful that you are not speaking on behalf of the organization or speaking on behalf of the institution. Not even I am in a position to do that. So I just want to caution us that we're gathering information. We need to be very clear with people that we are gathering information from a number of entities, and that we will take all of that information, you will come up with a proposal that you will then get through this body, and then it will have to go to the cabinet. So I just want to make sure people kind of understand the process. That's not to slow you down, it's just to be very clear. And with that, I would just ask if you have any questions about anything I covered, or even anything I didn't cover. Yes,
Just one comment, I should have clarified that the current stage where we're in is just simply figuring out what program you have to offer. It's not for a permanent deal, it's not setting anything in stone. It's simply an exploratory background.
Right. and I would want to make sure that we were clear with Melody on that as well.
Send her email.
Okay. Any other questions about anything? Okay, thank you. It's good to see all of you as always.
Thank you so much, Dean Ubi. Now on to executive committee updates. I have a bunch, so I'm going to get ready and go through this. We already talked about the Senate leader certification. I did want to talk to you guys about something that we talked about in the PR committee meeting this week. We're possibly hoping to do a State of the Union address from SBA so that we can let everybody know, kind of get up to date on what it is we've done in the summer, what it is we're doing now, and what it is we plan to be doing this school year, especially given COVID. There's a lot of uncertainty, and we want to make sure that everybody feels like they understand what SBA is, what it does, and how they can function within these times. Fall elections will be something that I'll have you talk about, but you should all receive the emails for the ballot. Voting closes on Thursday, correct? Yes, so make sure you cast your vote by then. Also, another thing that was on the PR committee is the opportunity that we will be sending out to you on producing a thank you video to anybody on campus who has worked to make sure that we are back here safely, whether it be professors, administration, housekeeping, all departments of the school, making sure that we're thanking them for all the work they've done to ensure that we're here and able to be here for as long as possible. Any questions on anything I've covered yet? No? Okay. Allocation of student fees, of course, you don't see another bill on the docket this week. We will be meeting with finance and administration on Thursday. Treasurer Pham, Commissioner Libby will all be meeting so that we can hopefully finalize our budget and be able to move forward with our numbers. Any questions on that? Okay. I was also hoping normally we do the town hall towards the end of the semester, but in my head, that doesn't necessarily seem as efficient as it should be. After hopefully the State of the Union address, if students have any questions, I think it would be optimal to have the town hall as early as possible so that they can bring their concerns and we can actually have time to work on them should they have any. So be on the lookout for that as well. It will hopefully be scheduled during one of our normal Senate meetings, so it shouldn't terribly conflict with anybody's schedules. Lastly, I emailed on the flu shot clinic. Hopefully we'll have more information on their end of how many doses they want, where they're going to get it, all that type of stuff. But they do know that SGA is willing to sponsor it for this year, so we'll be moving on that as well. Are there any other executive committee updates from executive committee members?
Yeah, so if you can, please remember to share the election information on your social media. We want everybody to vote if they can. Everybody should submit their opinion for the people that will be representing, as well as the flu shot clinic. We're trying to have a more cohesive communication about this beforehand. I don't know if you all remember last year, it was a little bit sparse and unorganized with the different departments trying to get people flu shots. So this time around, we're trying to get it all organized together at one time. And so I'm in charge of getting in communication with the athletics department, and I just figured you all should know that.
Likewise, Secretary Matundo is going to be working with Breslab to hopefully get a deal there as well. So that's all I have for executive committee updates. Our Treasurer Pham, do you have anything? Awesome, okay. On to new business. So this week I will have my first meeting with Kathleen, the university president, and I was just wondering if you guys had any potential concerns that I can bring to her as the agenda. I will be talking about all our CAPS initiatives so that we can kind of orient her a little bit. I will talk about kind of the unresolved initiatives like the student handbook funds, the position of the Vice President of Student Affairs, as well as a potential town hall date, the commuter lounge resolution that was passed today, and Senate service hours for the food pantry, which is also another update. You will be receiving any hours you spend in the food pantry once it is up and running will count towards service hours for the university. So is there anything else that you guys would have as a concern, or anything we can clarify for when you meet with Kathleen? No? Okay. Alrighty, the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about was the student voting engagement bill that we will hopefully be seeing next week. I have reached out to the people who did some of our promotional items, like our SGA pens, the SGA adapters, those types of things, the stickers. And I'm hoping that we can draft a bill, or I guess it's already drafted, but have a bill where we have a competition for voting for the general election in November. Sorry, my mask is fogging, or making me fog. There are three options. You could put the promotion items for me. There are three options that we can choose from, and I'm going to get a vote from you guys to kind of gauge what your interests are. But what I was hoping to do was have it so that when people go vote, they take a picture of themselves with their voting sticker in front of their voting center. If they're mailing it in, they take a picture and dropping it off at the Dropbox ballot. But if they use a certain hashtag and then sign up and let us know that they've done this, then we can allow them to come get a prize. And if we get one of these three prizes, they will hopefully have the SGA logo on them. I've already sent out our customer codes from our contact at iPhone. The three options are at the top left is the hygiene hand. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but basically what it is something that goes on your keychain, and you can use it to push elevator buttons, open doors, into the door opening, you can use it to push the door open, you can use it to push buttons like if you have ATM, which is basically a hygiene hand to ensure that you're reducing the amount of things you're touching out and about, and it's antimicrobial and that type of thing. The SGA logo will on the top left of that. The next thing on the right, the white thing, is a face mask ear saver. Those are, you just put it in on the back of your head so that it's not gripping your ears as quite as often, or it's not as painful for the rest of the day. And the last option would be a webcam cover. As in the age of Zoom, you never know when our camera's on or off, and we never know who's watching on the other side. So maybe it would be incumbent upon us to have something as an extra badge of security, essentially. So those are the three options of what I'm thinking. All these options should be under $500, so I don't necessarily want you guys to have to worry about the prices of these certain options. But I guess I just want to gauge, if you had to choose from one of these three, we'll take a vote by raising hands, and we'll see which one we can go with. So for the hygiene hand, raise your hand like that. Okay, I have 7 that. All right, for the ear mask savers. All right, and then we'll have another. All right, so for now, it looks like we're going to be doing a hygiene hand, but hopefully we have more opportunities to do more things like this for promotion wise, as always, because our SGA out there. But thank you guys for that feedback. Lastly, I'm going to send a link in the group chat. Basically, it's a form for Senate PR releases. We want to have information on you, not just to be security-wise, but just to have information on you. So it's your birthday, we can post more about you, kind of have like a, here's our SGA, this is our birthday, this is the thing they do, I'm thinking of this, there's a little bit about them type of deal on social media. So I just have that in the group chat. If you guys would go ahead and fill that out, you can do it right now. I really have to know opposition to that. It'll take max 5 minutes, and hopefully we'll be done at the same time. So go ahead, everybody, and get ready and fill in out this one. And I also got some listed that's easier for you. And when you guys are done, just start working on your competency guide and I'll let you know that I'm ready to move on. Everybody done with the surveys? Yeah, no. Alright, there are no other items on this agenda, so do I see a motion with the concerns or any items to be discussed at this time? Alrighty, the motion to adjourn by Senator Odell and second by Senator Pascal. Will not move to vote by show of hands. All those for? All those against? All those who wish to abstain? Alrighty, this meeting is adjourned until next week at noon. Thank you. Thanks, Senator Arias. Have a good rest of your day, you guys.
Any of you have a desire to people in committee, please dismiss at our